Well, good afternoon, everybody. Um, Sitting here enjoying the sound of the birds and the shade of the trees, and just feeling blessed that I have this moment of peace when I know that there are many parts of this country where that is not the case. There is no peace right now. And so, sending out a lot of love, as we say at church, a lot of light to those places most hard hit by the virus, and those people who are struggling for life, and those people who are grieving, deeply grieving the loss of loved ones. This morning we had our Zoom spiritual drop-in spiritual reflection group, and just want to give a shout out that every Tuesday at 7 and every Thursday 7 p.m., I might add, not 7 a.m., and then each and every Thursday at 11 a.m. I'm leading a drop-in spirituality group in our Zoom room, and it's a chance to really connect with other members of the congregation, meet some people you don't necessarily already know, and do some really deep spiritual work together. It's a really precious time. The commercial is over. Um, so this week, in anticipation of Sunday's Earth Day service, I've been selecting poetry about nature, about the earth, starting with the great transcendentalist Henry David Thoreau earlier in the week. Yesterday, I shared a poem by Lucille Clifton from the anthology Black Nature, 4 centuries of African American nature poetry. And I'm going to continue highlighting a poem today and then also tomorrow from this anthology, all being written out of the Black American experience. The poem that I've selected for today is from a poet by the name of Margaret Walker. She was born in 1915 and died in 1998. She received the Yale Series of Younger Poets Award in 1942 for her first collection of poetry, For My People. And she continued publishing throughout her lifetime, producing numerous books, including the best-selling 1966 novel Jubilee and This Is My Century, New and Collected Poems, published in 1989. And the poem that we're going to explore today is called My Mississippi Spring. What I loved about it is it's a reminder that spring is experienced differently in different parts of the country. I can attest to that coming from Boston to Fresno 5 years ago. Spring in the Boston area is very different than spring in Fresno, and yet each is equally beautiful in a very different floral way. So this takes us to Mississippi. Also a reminder that the virus is being experienced in different ways in different parts of the country, and yet the virus does not discriminate against who it might touch. We are all one during this time, even though there are those with more resources who are able to move through this period of time in a more comfortable way than others. But let's go to Mississippi. Margaret Walker, and this is her poem, My Mississippi Spring. My heart warms under snow. Flowers with forsythia, japonica blooms, flowering quince, bridal wreath, bloodroot, and violet. Yellow running jasmine vine, Cape jessamine, and saucer magnolias, tulip-shaped, scenting lemon musk upon the air. My Mississippi spring, my warm, loving heart afire, with the early greeting leaves dogwood branches laced against the sky, wild forest nature paths heralding resurrection over and over again. Easter morning of our living, every Mississippi spring. Wherever you are at this time, I hope that a touch of Fresno spring warms your heart. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Stay safe.